I love the Octo expansion. From the difficulty spike as compared to Octo Canyon, to the character design, to the skip button. Don't lie to me, I know at least half of you skipped at least one level at some point, fess up. The Octo expansion is a nice change of pace for single player after the Octo Canyon. Now before the Octo expansion came out, a majority of players spoke about how easy the Splatoon series single player modes have been. The single player was obviously supposed to be for the players who were completely new to Splatoon, and probably have the reaction time of an elephant, and are probably a game journalist. Okay, it was very easy to beat, to say the least. The levels were incredibly simple to beat for those who had played Splatoon before, and left players wanting a harder, level-based experience that might also add to Pearl and Marina's personalities, as there are only 2 sunken scrolls in the Octo Canyon which did that. And oh, and Papa No Gami heard us and was happy to change our minds.
Let's go! Let's go!
No! Why the heck did I do a Nuzlocke of this crap? Why do I hate myself so much? The Octo expansion was much harder than the hero mode. Transporting 8 balls through nooks and crannies, breaking all the boxes without being so much as a box off, even having a stage where you are milliseconds away from either living or dying. I use that exaggeration a lot, but just look! There's even a secret boss fight where you have to— Hold on there, bucko. How dare you go into this without a spoiler alert? What? This DLC came out 2 years ago. Everyone's beaten it. How do you know that? There might be a whole 12 people out there that didn't, and they love to make themselves known in the comments. Now come back to it with a spoiler warning. But it's fun to talk. Alright. I love the diversity in these Octo expansion levels. From defending orbs to escorting an 8 ball, to breaking boxes to playing pool with a bunch of 8 balls, to defeating bosses to racing 8 balls. There's a ton of variety in the Octo expansion. God, that research lab must have had a break room full of pool tables. The developers knew how many tiers were going to generate from this DLC, which is why they even gave players a skip option for each stage. I personally hadn't used it, but I know that some of y'all did. What's this? Bustalicious Station? Okay, it seems I have to be very precise with this one. I'm okay with charges if you consider the fact that I can't aim to save my life, so let's try it out. Alright, I'm gonna hit this box like this. Wait, did the shot hit the box and the balloon behind it? I've never seen that before. You actually think I have the kind of skill to do that in battle? Pop goes the Octoling. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and skip this level. Alright, let's try Girl Power Station. Well, this one seems to allow me to choose whatever weapon I want. Alright, this will be easy then. I'm gonna just use the charger because I can and because I used redemption from that last level. I think I still got some fight left in me, but the orb doesn't. Okay, let's try out the brush then. Umbrella?
6.5 hours later.
Okay, I may or may not have just a little problem with just plain skipping levels, okay? I love how the Octo expansion allows you to choose your difficulty for each level. You can choose the recommended weapon and have an easier time through a course, or a non-recommended weapon which will slowly make you lose your sanity. I love how some stages are only just barely built to be beaten by some weapons. I'm looking at you, Target Master Station Rapid Blaster. I feel like I'm playing Jenga right now, also barely taking pieces away, just waiting to mess up and have a complete waste of 10 minutes. I'm just gonna hit this thing right in the little corner. Easy. I don't wanna— I love how each lane has its designated sea monsters, passengers, each having a unique design. From fish to blobfish, change the clip to whatever this is. I'm scared to even bother looking this up as sea creatures are on another level of ugly already. The Octo expansion really educates you on some of the deep sea creatures that we know little about and that I will always be too scared to visit in an aquarium. Speaking of sea creatures, one of the oldest behind Sleepy Cephalopod McGee over here is Isopadre. This guy brings attention to the little mem case you obtain at the end of each level and gives you prizes based on how many you collect. I love the mem cakes that you receive, each one having its own little haiku. Like this one. How I admire Lil Max, the highest rank to be so swank that my rivals have heart attacks. They must be referring to the X-ranked Japanese players. Moving back to the actual characters, I love how characters like Marina, Pearl, and Captain Cuttlefish are added to in terms of personality. You begin to understand how intelligent Marina is, how musically cultured and fashionable Captain Cuttlefish is, and how Pearl would have been if this game wasn't E10 rated. And one of the things I love most about the Octo expansion is the splashdowning, dodge rolling, macho man or woman himself, Agent 3. This is what Final Boss should be like in Splatoon 3. Some people to this day have still yet to beat this menace. It took your boy 25 minutes to beat him because that. Oh? And what about the original final boss? Oh, I love the original final boss, especially the fact that it's just 3 minutes of blowing up bombs with no difficulty whatsoever. I love the Octo expansion. I hope Splatoon 3 takes notes from this DLC, and it's one of the best DLC things for $20. Isle of Armor, more like Isle of Trash. Fighters Pass, all it's gonna be is sword fighters anyway. From the 8 balls falling off in the stupidest ways to the AI kicking your butt for the dumbest reasons, the Octo expansion has got it made. Kinda. What do you love about the Octo expansion? Let me know in the comments, and remember to subscribe to Outstar716 for more content on Splatoon 2 and other things gaming. See you all next time.